What's up, y'all? It's your girl True Mystique, and I'm back at it again with another video. Now today I'm just gonna be chatting. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I haven't had a clear mind in a good while, like a good minute. And today, I just had like a random spurt of motivation to do the things that I've been meaning to do and do the things that I've been planning to do as it pertains to like building myself and in particular building my businesses and utilizing my talents. Because it just felt like I was wasting a lot of time just procrastinating and waiting for the perfect time, to get in the groove of things. I know a lot of y'all experience procrastination. I know a lot of y'all don't feel like doing things and y'all just want to wait for the right time to do things, and then it just never seems to be the right time to do things. But see, here's the thing. It will never be the right time or the perfect time to do stuff. And I've been beating myself up a lot because I feel like I'm just wasting time. I'm just letting life go by, and I'm just letting things happen, and things happen to me instead of me actively going and taking life by the reins and actually making shit happen in my life. I don't know if it's because I'm a perfectionist. I don't know if it's because I feel like I should be more ahead in my life, or maybe I just am where I need to be. But the fact of the matter is, I feel like I should be doing more. It's like I know what I want to do, and I know what I need to do, but it's just that I actually need to get around to do it. Now this is gonna get somewhere. Just stay with me. Stay with me. Personally, I have a firm belief that everybody comes to this earth to fulfill a mission or a purpose, if you will. I personally feel like this. Everybody who is on this earth was born with a particular purpose. They were born to come on this earth to fulfill a mission. Now, for some reason, I'd say, I'm just making up numbers here, 98 to 99% of people depart this earth without fulfilling the mission that they were supposed to fulfill. Meaning that 98 to 99% of people leave this earth without fulfilling a purpose. Now, personally for me, I personally believe in reincarnation. I personally feel that every person that's born, right, like I said, came on this earth to fulfill a mission, to fulfill a purpose. Now, most of these people either die before fulfilling this purpose, or they die with regret. They die not doing much with themselves because they essentially just let life get in the way. They were so just caught up in the matrix and just so caught up in how life affected them that they let life beat them down, or they were just so comfortable with the way things were that they didn't even dare to shake the tables, and they didn't dare to step out on a limb and just jump into their purpose. So they die. Most people die with regret. So in that case, I feel like if you die before fulfilling your mission, I feel like you're given multiple chances to come back down to earth as a different person, maybe in a different time period, to fulfill the message that was intended for you to fulfill the purpose that God had intended for you. Now, I believe that this cycle will continue and continue and continue and continue and continue until you have one person that arrives on the earth as that vessel, either as a light being, as a chosen one, as an enlightened one, as an old soul, whatever you want to call it. Now, you could either tell that A, they're special beings, or B, they've been here so many damn times that it's like, okay, I've been here before. There's this presence about myself that, and the way that I carry myself is like, okay, I already know what to do. Okay, I already see past the bullshit of the world. Okay, I can really see the world for what it really is. Okay, I come to this world, even as a young person, with a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience that I don't know why I have this knowledge or experience, but I know that I'm supposed to do something with it. I believe that most of us have been here before. I feel like every time that we have been here, we die before knowing our true purpose. We die before being able to step fully in our purpose, and we die before truly getting to either know what our mission is or fully engulf in that mission. I personally just think that there's just so much more to life than what we have been told that there is. And it's just frustrating to see people just give up. It's so disheartening, and it's frustrating that people don't know who they are. People don't know that they were here for a particular reason. That people are here to fulfill a purpose and here to capitalize off of their talents in order to make civilization better. But unfortunately, unless you come into that awareness and that realization for yourself, it's just going to be a perpetual cycle until you figure out that there's more to life than what life has been giving us. So we come here, clean slate, clean aura, get corrupted by our family, get corrupted by society, get corrupted by our circumstances and our situations. We let life beat us down. We get caught up in the mundane, everyday tasks that we lose focus, we lose drive, we lose our purpose, we die before fulfilling it, or we let people talk us out of it, and then we live life and we just die. But every time we come back with a new knowledge of self. We learned subconsciously from our previous mistakes, from our past lives. Like, you know you're special, and you just have this intelligence and this presence and this essence about you that is just so out of worldly, and you're so moved by that essence about you that you literally have no choice but to come in this body at this particular time frame and make moves. Like, you know that your heart and your soul is guiding you to fulfill your purpose. Even if you don't readily know what it is yet, as you progress through life and as you move through life, you figure out groove of things. You figure out, okay, I was meant to do this. Okay, I was meant to deliver this message to the people. Okay, I was meant to do this and that and that and this to help society as a whole, to heal society as a whole. Whether or not people want to listen to you, that's their business. But whoever will receive the message will receive the message. You know, there are a lot of people on earth like that. And to be quite honest, I personally feel like I am one of those people. But needless to say, especially for people with old souls who appear young, but mentally they appear wiser than people twice and thrice their age. And there's just this essence about them, like they've been here before. Yeah, we've been here before. We can see through all the lies and the games and the BS that the people have been trying to push, and the people have been trying to force feed us into believing it's normal. We see past that. We know that's not the way. We know that ain't it. That's not fulfilling. That's not what we here for. And we trying to wake people up, but most people want to be sleeping because they just want to be comfortable sleeping, and we learn to get over it pretty quickly. But because we've been here so many times, it's like, alright, I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of being here. I just literally want to come here, do my time, do what I'm supposed to do, and just dip. And I feel that it is when you finally reach your purpose, when you finally fulfill the mission that God has given you, then you can truly ascend to the consciousness that you're supposed to be. Then you can truly ascend to the spiritual being that you are supposed to be. That you are actually innately. But the problem is, this is something that literally everybody can do. Everybody is supposed to do. But see, the problem is, too many of us get beat up by life. Too many of us let life kick us down. Too many of us become victims of our environment and products of our environment. And there is no incentive intrinsically for us to change. We listen to other people who don't necessarily have our best intentions at heart, because we seek external validation because our internal compass is not that strong. And if you're always seeking external validation, you will always fail. You will never have a sense of self, and you will never have that sense of awareness if you're always seeking for external validation. That's where people get caught up at. They get caught up in the game. They get caught up in the lies. They get caught up in the matrix. Like, this shit not real. Like, it's not as real as we think it is. All of the shit that we go through on a daily basis is literally a test. It's literally designed to see how well we can withstand pressure and how well we can stay on course to fulfilling our purpose. Because that's the goal of life. That is what the purpose of life is. To fulfill your mission. And damn near everybody lets every single roadblock, every single failure throw them off course and push them off course to what they supposed to do and what they here for. Do you know how many talented people, how many intelligent people got knocked off course and got discouraged for fulfilling their purpose because they let life get to them? Is a lot. You have a lot of people that are walking around here just miserable and lost. The amount of lost souls on this earth that are just looking to find purpose and meaning in everything. It's crazy. It's scary. It's like there's so many people out here that they're just a shell. It's kind of like spiritually they're dead. And if you encounter people who are spiritually dead, yo, that shit is crazy. It's crazy. It's sick. There are so many people out here that are walking around with like a self-defeatist attitude. Like, it's like they have no motivation to get up. They have no motivation to get out and do something with themselves. And I was one of them. I'm not gonna sit here and act like my life is perfect. Because one thing, if you know anything about spirituality and spiritual enlightenment and spiritual awakening, people may think that this shit is cute and this shit is a trend. Nah, this shit hurt. This shit is lonely. People gonna think you crazy. People gonna think like you bugging. Like, people gonna think that you need to be institutionalized. Like, nobody gonna want to listen to you. Like, it is lonely. It really is lonely. But the thing is, you, one, have to be comfortable with being lonely and being alone, because it's when you are alone and you feel comfortable being alone is when you have the strongest sense of self. And that's what a lot of people lack, a sense of self. And if you don't have a strong sense of self, you're not grounded. You lack clarity. And that's what we see with a lot of people. They lack clarity. They lack a sense of self. They lack self-respect, self-esteem, self-worth. Anything that regards with self, most people lack. So they focus on the extrinsic things to make them feel better, and they focus on, external validation to make themselves feel better, but they soon realize that nothing that anything else or anyone else can give them is going to make them feel better. That has to all come from within. And it's because most people don't search within that they never discover who they are and what they're here to do and what mission they're here to fulfill. And it's because of that you have so many people out here that are lost, miserable, beat down by life, have this defeatist attitude. But then they want to blame the world and blame everybody in the world for stuff that happened to them. And then they especially wonder why they can't find a good person. How can you find a good person that can accept you for who you are if you don't even know who you are? If you can't even accept who you are? And that's where people get messed up at. And that's where people get the game all the way messed up at. It stems from a lack of self. You can't blame nobody else for issues that are caused by a lack of self, a lack of knowledge of self. All of the mediocrity that we see in the world is due to people not knowing their purpose. If you ask the average person what do they believe their purpose is, they can't give you an answer. They can't give you an answer. And we find that most people who don't have a purpose tend to lack focus, tend to lack clarity, tend to lack goals. Okay, real goals that can produce tangible results. They lack discipline, and then their lives show for it. Their lives are honestly an example of a lack of purpose. But then they want to be intertwined up under somebody, and they feel that somebody else needs to give them a sense of purpose. And then they get mad when people don't want to put up with that. So all in all, I'm gonna say this. The meaning of life is to fulfill your purpose, whatever it is. And that purpose is genuinely your purpose has to do with helping other people. And the key to life, in my honest opinion, is detachment. Detachment. A lot of us hold on to a lot of either toxic situations, toxic people, and toxic things that serve us no purpose or no good purpose. We hold on to a lot of things that hurt us, that harm us, that stagnate us, and we do not want to get rid of it. Even though it's not serving us, even though it's not in our best interests. We hold on to the opinions of other people, even though their values may not align with our own. We hold on to the customs of society, even though we know that it's a damn lie and it does not serve our greater good. We hold on to a lot of things that are killing us. And those things that are killing us and those things that are not serving us are knocking us off of our path to ascension. They're knocking us off of our mission. They're knocking us off of our path to our purpose. They are deterring us from our purpose. I'm not saying that it's easy to get over, circumstances in your past. I've been through a lot of shit my damn self, and it took me years, over a decade, okay? Over a decade to get to the place where I'm actually content, where I can actually work through the negative situations that I've been through and use that as a positive. It's not easy. If I were to let the situations of my life control me, I would have been a runaway, straight up, and been Lord knows where, especially now, you see with this whole child sex trafficking thing, I would have been Lord knows where. I could have been, dead. Could have killed myself if I actually went through with it. Homeless. I could have been completely cut off from love and wanting to receive genuine love from people. I could have just been a complete victim. I could have just been a complete victim because of my race, because of my gender. I could have let that shit keep me down, but I chose to rise above it, and I chose to want to do better. That's a choice, and we all have that choice to want to do better. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, and I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear it, but the fact of the matter is, it is. You can choose to be happy. You could choose to be productive. Is it easy? No. In some instances, is it damn near impossible? Yes. But it's not impossible. Does it feel like you're not gonna make it sometimes? Of course. Do I still feel sad? Of course. Do I still, let little things get to me? Of course. I'm human. But ultimately, I can't let those things define me. I can't let my negative circumstances define me. What does define me is how I choose to handle a situation. What does define me is how I overcome those obstacles. The strength in overcoming what they said that I couldn't overcome. Shit, because if you were to look at the summation of my life, a lot of the things that I went through, most people would think that they can't overcome it. And I'm a living testament to say that's not true. It's not. And I'm only this way because I have learned to detach, and I'm still learning actually, to detach myself from circumstances, to detach myself from things of this world and situations of this world, especially the situations of this world that are intentionally thrown at me to try to keep me down. The meaning of life is to fulfill your mission, to find out whatever mission it is that you need to do and fulfill it. Key to doing that is to detach yourself from all situations, circumstances, and people who deter you from fulfilling that mission. That's it. I haven't done one of these in like a minute, to be quite honest. And it didn't really come out the way I wanted it to. Like, it's just crazy how my mind works. Like, when I be by myself and the camera just not on, I just be chatting, and it just be sounding so damn good and so just flowy. But I don't know. I'm gonna get better at it. I think the more I do this on camera or the more I record it, the better it'll sound. But yeah, that's just something that I've just been thinking about today, tonight. Just purpose. And just the reason why I feel like the world is in the state that it's in. And why, especially dating, is as bad as it is. And I'm going to do a video on that. I'm going to do a relationship video on that. But yeah. So I just had to hop on here real quick. It's just something slight, just to, put in the back of your heads. And I hope that it really, this message really does touch somebody. So yeah. Alright then, so it's kind of late. I'm gonna get back to work and I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.